Hi everyone, I am back. I think the last time I talked to you guys, I was in intermediate med surge, and that class was definitely a difficult class. I did go on to pass that class, and then the next class was advanced med surge. So let's talk about that monster of a class. Whew. So lectures were Monday. It was evening, so it went from being a day lecture through the entire program, and the last 8 weeks was an evening lecture. It was from 4 to 10 on Mondays. Wednesdays was the lab day, so we would just go and practice skills. And then Thursday was hospital. I was on rehab, tele, and med surge. It was one 12-hour shift on Thursdays, 1 day a week. So that was the schedule. The class was so difficult. I mean, it was so. I know I mentioned to you guys before that students were kind of talking to us about that class, the students that had taken it already, and they were letting us know their opinions of it and how hard it was, which all of them said it was hard. I can honestly say their opinions were accurate. Sometimes students that have taken a class, they will say things that when you take the class, you find, no, that I really disagree with their opinion for me, but they were dead on with this final class. It was very challenging. At one point, we had a test that none of us passed out of 26 students. None of us passed that test. Thank goodness it was only one test. There was a total of 26, but 14 of those were taking the class for the second time, and 12 of us were taking it for the first time. It was very intense, very stressful, but I did make it through. As of Tuesday, we are done with nursing school. We are done. I'm crawling out of there on my hands and knees because it was so, yeah. I would never, from this point on, I don't want to do anything that academically challenging again because it was tough for me. And again, I'm not doing this to scare you. I'm giving you my opinion of nursing school. I know there are several other students that make vlogs, and nursing school is not challenging for them. So just because it was challenging for me doesn't mean you'll have the same experience. I'm 45 years old. I have grandchildren and children and a mortgage, and I did it. It might be harder for me because I have, so many other things going on. I imagine if you are younger and you live at home, you have no bills, it might not be as hard, but it was challenging, but doable. Don't let me discourage you, okay? Challenging, but doable. Just get ready. The program overall, I know people say it went by so fast. Maybe, but I felt every second of it. I really did feel every second of it. And this last semester, which is 16 weeks long total, I had some tragedies in the family, which I'm not going to get into, but I had back-to-back deaths in the family, and that's been very difficult. One of them being days before the program was over. So that was challenging, extremely challenging. But nevertheless, I did finish. We are done. I know you're wondering what's next. Right now, I am taking a few weeks to deal with some deaths in the family, and then I will start the NCLEX prep process. Lucky for us, taking NCLEX for the first time is free. Our school had a grant that we can get, so we don't have to worry about paying for it. Obviously, if you fail it and you have to take it again, then it would be out of pocket. But for the first time that we take it, it's free. I opted out of, our cohort as a total opted out of a pinning ceremony. So we did not do a pinning ceremony. And the administrators told us we're the first class in 25 years not to have one. Okay. That's okay with us. And I chose not to participate in the cap and gown ceremony. My goal was to graduate, get my degree, and that's what I've done. So I'm very happy with that. Even though it's a sad time in my life personally, I'm I'm very happy that I did pass. It's hard to be happy and sad at the same time. But yeah, we did prevail. I know I said in the last video I may not make it, but yeah, I did make it. It was close, guys. It was close. Trust me, it was close. I was sweating taking that final. I'll give you an example of how close it was. I needed an 82 on the final out of 100 to pass. Okay, so that's, my back was against the wall, but I conquered. I got an 87, so I got more than what I needed. I can say my grades now because the program is over, so I don't care. I did get a few messages on the comment section. I'm just going to answer them real quick here. Somebody wants to know, can you possibly talk about how much money your program was, and would you recommend it rather than going to a private school? Yes, I would recommend going to a community college over a private school. Now, community colleges, you come out as an ADN, so then you would still have to go get your BSN, but most hospitals pay for a BSN. Yeah. But even if they don't, in my case, pay for a BSN, which I know that they do because I've already looked at some hospitals, but let's say they didn't. Because I didn't pay anything to get my ADN, I don't mind paying for my BSN, if that makes sense. Most of them are not too expensive depending on where you go. So yes, I would recommend definitely going to a community college if you can. My program was $0.00. I didn't pay tuition. As a matter of fact, I actually went to school during like COVID. So I actually got a lot of grants. So in the end, they paid me to go to school. The only thing I paid out of pocket for was ATI and uniforms, which was all given back to me via grants. So for me, I'm walking away debt-free, and I'm super grateful for that. Would you recommend going? Okay, I already said that. Okay, so if you can't get into a community college, because I'm talking to you from Los Angeles, California, and we are crazy competitive out here to get into a nursing program. So if you cannot, yes, I mean, if it's your dream to go to nursing school, yes, I would say go the private route if you have to. But what private schools do is they prey on the fact that you want to get your education, you don't want to wait. Okay, in my opinion, they prey on that. And out here, private schools are $80,000 plus, and even for an ADN. So if you can have patience, I would say try a couple rounds at a community college first before you think about a private school. But in the end, go for it either way. Someone also asked me, they're an international students. I have a GPA of 3.6. I'm applying to an ADN course in the LA for fall. Can you please suggest some reputable universities and college in LA which I can apply? It's like, can you name a few pristine ones? Look, if you're gonna apply in LA, apply everywhere. It's not about pristine, out here, you got to take it where you can get it. I mean, a lot of people are 4.0s. A lot of people got a 90 on the T's. Like, it's stiff competition. So I wouldn't think pristine when it comes to applying. I would say apply everywhere. There's so many community colleges in LA, it's too much to name. You can go to the BRN website, and every school that's there is you're able to apply to, but there's a lot, and I would say apply to as many as you can, as many as you have the prereqs for. Don't worry about pristine, just apply and just pray you get a seat because it's way competitive out here. Let's see. I enjoy your videos. This is helping me to prepare for my first semester. Okay, congratulations. She got into an ADN program. All right. Okay. I think I did answer all the other ones that I gotten before. So these are the latest ones. Okay. And I know that people want to know where I went to school. Just know that because I got in doesn't mean you will get in. I don't know anybody up there. There's no trick to getting in. It was literally luck. I got it when I applied to this school. They were doing like basically everybody's name went in the same place, and they pulled the names. You had to have a minimum of, I think, of 2.5 and a 62 on the T's. and they just pulled random names. So I actually got an alternate seat before I got the actual seat. I was like 6th before I got the actual seat. So it's not easy to get in, you know, it's not easy to get in anywhere, but I did attend Los Angeles Southwest College. That's where I went. I would say apply there, apply everywhere, you know, don't just apply for one or two. And I believe I've said this in videos before, you know, how to apply, how many you should apply for. Just apply everywhere, you guys, just apply everywhere. I think that's about it. I hope I didn't leave anything out. I'm just kind of enjoying post nursing school right now. It's still surreal. I'm still like, oh my gosh, I don't have anything to, you know, I don't have this pressure of this test coming or this concept map. Concept maps are BS, by the way. I don't have any busy work to do. I don't have any, you know, so it's nice, but it's strange, but I can get used to it. Again, NCLEX is next, and I will take you through NCLEX. Also, I need to get a BSN, so I'll take you on that journey. I don't know. I'm still contemplating nurse practitioner. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not at this point. I'm thinking about it. But, you know, come along for the ride. It's definitely not over. We definitely have a lot more goals to complete. But you guys have been amazing. I know I have been MIA more than I wanted to be, but you still sent messages. You still asked about me. And I really appreciate it. I read every one of them. Even if I don't respond, I read all of them. And you all are so kind. Go ahead and leave any other questions you have for me. I think I covered everything that I can think of right now. But go ahead and leave any questions that you have. And I will be back soon to tell you what I'm doing for NCLEX prep. My school does pay for UWorld. I do have ATI. I'm working on the green light process for the ATI, but they're paying for UWorld. I also heard about Archer. I also heard about Mark Clemec. There's just too many resources, to be honest with you. There's just way too many resources. But I will let you know what I decide to go with. But that's it for now, and talk to you soon. Bye.